Welcome to the Human Standards section of Unbroken. Human Standards is essentially our testing section where we're going to scan through your body to try and find out where you don't move well. Now, it's important that we have this information before we move forward with the rest of the program. Most of you watching this will be well aware of where your sore bits are, the kind of irritations and pains that make you feel broken, but you might not be as aware of some of the relatively normal movements that your body isn't able to make. And it's really about keeping all the options open. We don't really subscribe to the idea of a right way to move. Really, it should be instinctive and driven by the task that you're doing and making things as efficient as possible. But that won't happen if you don't have kind of full mobility and ability to make these basic movements. So in this section, we'll run through different parts of the body in the individual videos. You don't need to do each and every one, but we do want to grab enough data to identify some key markers of standards that your body's currently not up to. And we're going to use those to see which of the inputs in the Unbroken program are best for your individual body. So as you go through, what we're trying to identify is somewhere between sort of 3 and 6 key movements that we can then assess before and after doing moves to see which ones are the best inputs for your system, and also importantly identify those things that aren't good for your system, because there will be some stuff that's a good idea to do, but right now it basically increases your threat level, and that will come out as the marker movements getting worse rather than better. So we're looking to identify the easiest things that your body struggles to do. So be prepared to do a few different testing videos to try and identify some movements that are difficult or limited in your body. Now, we've obviously got, if you've got neck pain, we're pretty interested in neck movement, but equally you might well find that your hip lacks rotation or your knees don't bend fully, and that might not seem relevant to you, but it is relevant to the whole process of repairing your movement systems and getting back to thoughtless, fearless movement, where the bare minimum we require is the body's able to do all of the basic movements well. So the aim is to identify somewhere between 2 and 6 key movements that we'll use for test and retest either side of drills to see which are good and which are bad movements for your system.